We're making a delicious vegan quiche today, you guys. Oh yes, it is so easy to make. It's got a really simple but delicious potato crust, and it's packed with fiber and protein. I think that goes over all the quiche selling points. Get it? Quiche, selling points, key, but quiche. Sorry. If you guys are new here, hey, I'm Janelle, and I love teaching people how to cook delicious, healthy, plant-based, and gluten-free recipes here on my YouTube channel. I've got like over 500 recipes here, but also over on my website and on my Instagram. You should follow me there and subscribe here. It's a good time, and I'd love for you to join the fam. Now that that's all out of the way, let's get our quichers in the kitchen and make a quiche. All right, so we're making a quiche that's vegan. How are we making that eggy custardy filling without eggs? Well, I am just tickled that you asked. We're gonna be using mung beans, AKA mung dal. They are split yellow mung beans, also sometimes referred to as yellow lentils. I don't make the rules. And they are so good as eggy replacements in so many different recipes. Case in point, my vegan omelets, which just hit the channel recently. Oh, I love mung beans. So what we're gonna do is we've got 3/4 of a cup of them. We're gonna soak them in some boiling hot water for about 20 to 30 minutes. We're just gonna let them kind of plump up, get a little bit softer so they're easier to blend. At the same time, we're also gonna get a head start on our potato crust. Yes, in case you didn't know, you can make a totally delicious quiche crust with potatoes. You don't have to go and buy a pie crust or make one from scratch. Just cook some potatoes, which is precisely what we're gonna do. I'm just using 1.5 pounds of like baby potatoes. They're a mix of like yellow and red potatoes, but if you have like Yukon Golds, those are great too. Get them cooking in a pot of water. Once the water's boiled, we're just gonna salt the water so that the potatoes are nice and salty, because it will really make a much tastier potato crust. While the potatoes are potatoing away for the next 20-ish minutes, we can do a really simple veggie prep. Now you can really use whatever veggies you like in your quiche. I'm gonna be using mushrooms. I've got 3 cups of them here and some green onions, but you can really use 3 cups of any chopped veggies you like. Bell peppers, broccoli, asparagus, those are amazing in a quiche. Even some cooked spinach. My mushrooms were already pre-sliced, but I am going to finally chop up my 6 to 7-ish green onions, and then we're going to saute them away in a nice big frying pan. Alrighty, so just get a small to medium-ish skillet warming up. Add about a tablespoon of olive oil, and in go the green onions and the mushrooms. Now as far as spices go, I've got some oregano and nutmeg here. Trust me on the nutmeg, okay? It just works. Add a little bit of black pepper and a pinch of salt, and we're just going to saute these veggies for about 6 to 7 minutes, just until the mushrooms have shrunken down by about half and they're nice and soft. Mushrooms are practically fully cooked. They've shrunken down. So what I'm gonna do now is I've got a 1/4 cup of tapioca starch here, and we're just going to sprinkle this right over everything, turn the heat off, and give it all a good stir. Now the reason we do this is because mushrooms, they hold a lot of moisture. Even after cooking them down for this long, they are a bit leaky, you know what I mean? And we don't want our mushrooms to make the filling soggy once we add them into the quiche. So this tapioca starch is going to help absorb any remaining moisture that might leak out of them while they're sitting here chilling for the next few minutes. You can also just use plain or gluten-free flour if you don't have tapioca starch. All right, potatoes are also fork tender, yay. So let's drain them and just let them cool on the stove here along with the veggies while we make the eggy filling, yay. All right, so grab yourself a blender and strain those mung beans right into the sink. And then we're just going to plunk those mung beans right into the blender. We're gonna add in 2 cups of plant milk. I'm using soy milk because it's what I have, what I use, and what I like. 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast for extra savoriness, umaminess, good flavor. And then we need the spices. These are very typically spices I use when I want to make things look and taste eggy. I add these to my tofu scramble and more. Things like kala namak, some turmeric for kind of eggy yellowish color, garlic and onion powder, and black pepper. And then for an unexpected twist that no one saw coming, we're gonna add in some mirin, which is a sweet rice vinegar, kind of like a cooking wine. This is commonly used when making like Japanese style eggs. It just adds this extra depth of flavor, a slight tanginess, a little hint of sweetness, and it just works in a quiche, okay? And then just slap a lid on her and blend her up on high speed until you have a nice smooth batter, baby. Et voila, looks eggy, smells eggy. Dare I say, it's gonna taste eggy. It is time to assemble the quiche. How are we gonna make a pie crust out of these little cooked potatoes? Ow, that's really hot. I'm about to show you. But first, can we just take a moment to appreciate my cute vintage pie plate? I love it. It's even got a pumpkin pie recipe. They don't care about that, you know. They just want to learn to make the freaking quiche. So yes, you can use a pie plate if you have, you know, like a tart pan or a cast iron skillet. Those are all fine and dandy. So I've got a decent little chunk of some vegan butter, and I'm just going to grease the ever-loving heck out of our dish and go all the way up the sides. Dump in your cooked potatoes and grab yourself a glass or something with a flat bottom or like a measuring cup. And we're just going to simply press and smash those potatoes right into the bottom. This does not have to be pretty or perfect. Just go to town, get out some existential angst and dread, and just smash. Okay, so potatoes need a little extra salty love in order for them to taste good. So just add a little extra pinch of salt. And now either using dampened fingers or just a spatula, now you can kind of start to shape it and smooth it out a little bit. Get the bottom into a relatively even layer, and also push the potatoes up the sides until they're about up here. You know, you want to have a crust, so smush those sides all the way up. And there we go, that was not too difficult. We've got a nice kind of evenly spread layer of the potato. Kind of crimped around the edges a bit to get that nice pie crust type situation. And then to complete the filling, we're gonna take those sauteed mushrooms and green onions, throw them into a mixing bowl, along with 1 cup of vegan cheese shreds, whatever you like. You could do Parmesan, mozzarella, cheddar. I'm using cheddar today. And we're going to pour in all of the mung bean egg mixture. Give it all a quick little stir to combine and just carefully pour it in. Ooh, baby. Oh no, we have a little bit of overflow. The dam has burst. The dam has burst. Okay, folks, this is a lesson in why you really want to make sure you build up the edges of the potato crust. You know, kind of like I did a better job of over here, but I did not do a good job of it on this side, clearly. But that's okay. This is fixable. All you gotta do is just scoop out a little bit extra of the liquid, put it back into the bowl. Not a huge deal. And just kind of clean up the edges here. And there we go, crisis averted. Don't you just love a teachable moment? All right, so now we can just bake her up in the oven for about 40 to 50 minutes-ish at 475 Fahrenheit. It's always a good idea to put a baking tray, like a pizza pan, under it in case there's a little bit of overflow. It likely won't happen, but you know, can never be too careful. Hey, by the way, if this video is excellent in your eyes, excellent, subscribe below, you guys. Not only do I have excellent jokes and bad puns, I help people eat plants every single week, and I'm just here for you. I want to help you eat more plants and make them taste delicious. So subscribe, it's free. Help me get to 50,000 subscribers this year. Yeah, that would be super great. I would be extra grateful. All right, folks, here she is, and oh my gosh, she is pretty. Golden brown on top, perfectly crispy potato crust edges. Smells so cozy. And if you look on the inside, it is like custardy. It's got that eggy texture like a quiche would, but it's mung beans, you guys. It's mung beans. That is nuts. That is cheesy That is eggy. Oh, the potatoes on the bottom, just winning. 15 grams of protein per serving. Serve 6. Great for meal prep, great for breakfast. Oh, I can't wait for you guys to try this. If you want to see some more amazing recipes made with lentils and mung beans and legumes, check out my lentil omelets right here and my lentil flatbreads. Thank you guys so much for subscribing below. Hope you love this video. Give it a like if you did. I love you, and I'll see you in another video real soon. Ta-ta! This is exceptional. It is easy to make. Easy to make. Why can't I English? Everything is wonky.